Morning all. So today's session is also for those students who couldn't attend the contact class. So fine. In the contact class, we have discussed about currency appreciation and depreciation. See, say for example, why any currency appreciates and depreciates, we have discussed in earlier class. That is the factor affecting foreign exchange rate or the reason for fluctuation in currency. Fine. So, say for example, interest rate in India is, say for example, 10%. In US it is 4%, and the inflation rate in India it is 8%, and in US if it is, say for example, 3%, or everything is assumed, and the spot rate or prevailing market rate is rupees 70 per dollar, then what will be the new exchange rate after adjusting interest as well as inflation rate? Now, if you consider IRP theory, it is P1 is equals to P0 multiplied by 1 plus rate of interest in home country divided by 1 plus rate of interest in foreign country. Can you see? Yeah. Now, the P0 spot rate is 70 multiplied by 1 plus rate of interest in India is 10 divided by rate of interest in US is 0.4%. So 70 multiplied by, now calculate, now it is 74 rupees per US dollar. Now if you consider PPP theory, so it is P1 is equals to P0 multiplied by 1 plus inflation in home country divided by 1 plus inflation in foreign country. So 70 rupees divided by inflation in India is 8% and inflation in US is 3%. So it is rupees 73.39 per dollar. So I'm taking down figure. So now, earlier the spot rate was 70. Now if you consider interest rate as well as inflation rate, it is almost 74 and 73. You consider 74 itself, rupees 74 per dollar. Earlier it was 70, now it is 74. Now 4 rupee is the variation, right? Spot rate is 70 and the forward rate is 74. And see, if the increase, see, it looks like rupee has increased against dollar, right? It is 70 from 74. But we call it as, if 70 becomes 74, from 70 it has become 74 per dollar, we call it as rupee or home currency depreciation. See, the rupee has increased. It looks like rupee got increased from 70 to 74. That is, the rupee is the home currency, or it is the domestic currency. Domestic currency got depreciated. Why do we call it as depreciation? Because earlier rupee 70 could buy $1. Now, to buy the same dollar, you have to shell out, you have to pay 4 rupees more. That means buying power of this rupee got depreciated. Fine? See, if 70 becomes 60 rupees per dollar, now earlier you used to pay 70 rupees to buy 1 US dollar. Now, 1 US dollar you can buy only, you have to pay only 60 rupees to buy the US dollar. That means this dollar value got depreciated, rupee value got appreciated. So the reason why I have calculated under IRP and PPP is, what is the reason for rupee depreciation in this case? See, if you consider all these figures, rupee got depreciated by 4 rupees against US dollar. Earlier, to buy 1 US dollar, you had to pay only 70 rupees. Now you have to pay 4 rupees more to buy the same dollar. Fine? Now, what is the reason for rupee depreciation and foreign currency appreciation? Now, in this case, domestic currency got depreciated and foreign currency got appreciated. See, now rupee earlier 70 rupees could buy 1 US dollar. Now you have to pay 4 rupees more to buy the same dollar. That means rupee value got depreciated and dollar value got appreciated. So what is the reason behind this? The comparative interest rate between these two countries and the inflation rate between these two countries. So when the domestic country's interest and inflation is greater than foreign currency, then the domestic currency will depreciate and foreign currency will appreciate. See what we are discussing in today's session? Domestic and foreign currency appreciation and depreciation. Now, by looking at this illustration, what has happened? Interest rate in India was 10% and interest rate in US was 4%. Inflation is again greater in India, that is 8%, and 3% in US. So, the increased or larger interest rate or inflation rate if the interest and inflation rate are greater or larger in domestic rather compared to foreign, then domestic currency depreciates, foreign currency appreciates. Fine? So when interest and inflation in home country is greater than that of foreign country's interest and inflation rate, and that domestic currency will depreciate and comparatively foreign currency will appreciate. If the interest rate and inflation rate are less in interest and inflation in domestic or home country is lesser than that of the foreign country, then domestic currency appreciates and foreign currency depreciates. So this is the fundamental rule. So that means when the interest and inflation rates are comparatively greater in domestic compared to that of foreign countries' interest and inflation rate, then the domestic currency will depreciate against that foreign country's currency. That foreign currency will appreciate and domestic currency will depreciate. This is what currency appreciation and depreciation is. See, if say for example, spot rate is rupees 70 per dollar. If the foreign currency appreciates by 2%, then what will be the new exchange rate? See now, spot rate is given, that is between rupee to dollar, that is 70, and the foreign currency got appreciated by 2%. What will be the new exchange rate? See, if I rewrite this quotation, that is rupees 70 per 1 US dollar, then now earlier you had to pay only 70 rupees to buy this US dollar. Now, this US dollar got appreciated by 2%. That means domestic currency got depreciated and US currency, that is dollar, got appreciated. Now, earlier you had to pay only 70 to buy this 1 unit of dollar. Now, you have to pay 2% more. Now, 70 rupees of 1 unit could buy 1 US dollar. Now, you have to pay 2% more, that means 0.02. Now, you have to pay rupees 71.4. See, to buy 1 US dollar. Earlier, you used to pay only 70 rupees to buy this 1 unit of dollar, and 1 unit of 70 could buy 1 dollar. Now you have to pay 2% more because foreign currency, that is dollar, got appreciated and rupee got depreciated. So if you calculate this, the new exchange rate will be 71.4 per dollar. That means from 70 rupees, it has become rupees 71. That means rupees got depreciated. Fine. In the next class, we will solve some more problem related to currency appreciation and depreciation. Thank you.